Good morning.
Good morning.
We are extremely pleased that you're here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
You're knowing what you are wanting?
Yes.
An evolving thing, yes. Ever expanding. You are appreciating the contrast which makes your desires possible. Variety is a easier word to say yes to. Yes, Abraham, we like variety. Yes, we like choices. Contrast means all of that, doesn't it? But something about the word contrast makes you sometimes think of the part of the choices that you don't like so much, where variety sounds more like a smorgasbord that you might choose from. But we want you to realize that variety or contrast, whatever you want to call it, it's out there for your choosing. And the way you choose is by your attention to it. You don't choose by looking around and saying yes to the things you want and no to the things you don't want, because that's choosing all of it. You don't choose by joining groups that advocate some things and that push very hard against other things, because that's choosing some of all of it. Whatever you give your attention to activates a vibration within you, and that vibrational activation is your choosing of it in some way. You are extensions of source energy, and you live in a physical time-space reality. And from your non-physical point of view or from your physical point of view, you are vibrational beings first and foremost. And you activate the vibration of your being by your attention to a subject, and that is choosing. So, of course, you live in this world where there is variety that surrounds you, and as you are pondering it or remembering it or observing it or contemplating it or anticipating it or imagining it, whether you are focused in the past or the present or the future, you are activating vibrations, and the vibrations that you activate equal your point of attraction. Now, you are multifaceted beings. You have many things that you are focused upon. You have many different things that you do during a day, many different perspectives from your point of view. Sometimes you are parents, sometimes you are children of parents, sometimes you are employees, sometimes you are employers, sometimes you are in the grocery store shopping, sometimes you are in traffic driving, sometimes you are watching television, sometimes you are reading books. In other words, there are a lot of different things that you turn your attention to during a day, and as you do, you are offering vibrations which over time begin to equal patterns. And those patterns are often referred to by psychologists or even by us as the beliefs that you come to hold. But we want to remind you that a belief is only a thought that you keep thinking. A belief is just an activated thought. And the reason that beliefs formulate within you so easily until they become thought patterns that really equal your point of attraction, so much so that you begin to be seen by others and even feel by yourself to have personality traits. These beliefs formulate because of your attention to a subject and because of law of attraction's awareness of your attention to a subject. In other words, when you focus upon something, you activate a vibration within you, which means it is now easier for you to find other subjects that have same vibrational frequencies. Sometimes people will live an experience that they don't want, maybe a traffic accident, and they will say, I do not believe that I have been giving thought to traffic accidents. Therefore, it's hard for me to accept that I am the creator of my own reality. And we say, you may not have given specific thought to a specific thing like a traffic accident, but it is certain that there is a vibrational pattern within you that is equivalent to the essence of what that traffic accident means to you. In other words, maybe not the exact specifics that you can identify have been coming out of your mouth, but the universe is not responding to the words coming out of your mouth. The universe is responding to your vibrational frequency. So this gathering is about you becoming more consciously aware of your point of attraction, of your vibrational frequencies. And of course, you can wait until something manifests, because what you're living, what your life is an exact match to your pattern of vibrational frequencies. We like to call that post-manifestational awareness, however. In other words, if you wait until something manifests, then you've been offering a vibration about it for a very long time. But if you are letting yourself be aware of the vibrational patterning, your vibration in the moment, the vibrational mix, if you will, then what you begin to understand is that you can tell in advance what you are systematically moving toward. And the reason we like to say it in that way, what you are systematically moving toward, is because 99.99%, almost all, of every creation that you have underway is completed in terms of vibration before the physical evidence happens, before the physical manifestation of your desire has fully developed. You are offering vibrations that are moving you toward what is about to manifest. And you are well upon your path before it manifests. Sometimes people will say to us, Abraham, this thing happened to me and it just came out of the blue. And we say, no, it didn't. It didn't come out of the blue. You've been actively moving toward it for a very long time. And as you are actively moving toward it, you've been receiving emotional guidance to let you know your proximity to it. Sometimes people say, I don't think my guidance is working, because that really surprised me. And we say, well, if something sneaks up on you like that and you are really not aware of it, that must mean that you have developed a habit of enduring negative emotion. You must not be picky about the way you feel. You must be willing to allow yourself to be in a range of vibration that equals emotions that don't feel that good. You can never move towards something that when you get there, you're not going to like it without having ample awareness, emotionally speaking, along the way. It just can't happen. Just as you cannot be moving towards something that you're really going to like when it happens without having awareness that you've been moving towards something that you're going to like when it happens. You will never have a happy ending to an unhappy journey. It just can't happen. But you might be unaware of the journey that you're having because you might have adjusted yourself, emotionally speaking, into being willing to endure orneriness or overwhelmment or anger or frustration, or rage, or revenge, or feelings of utter disempowerment. In other words, you may have known it for so long, it feels normal to you. But we want you to understand that it cannot ever really feel normal in any real sense of the word to feel negative emotion, because you are more than the physical being that is focused upon whatever it is that's making you feel ornery, or making you feel victim, or making you feel powerless. You are source energies in these physical bodies. And you have been source energy long before you came forth into these physical bodies. And that part of you still vibrates powerfully within you and gives you a powerful point of reference to how you're doing right here and now. For example, that part of you knows your value and worthiness, and when you don't, you've got a split personality going on, so to speak, because the you that is really you adores you and loves you. And when you're beating up on yourself, you've got a vibration going on that's contrary to the true vibration of your being, and you're feeling some emotional response to it. That's what guilt feels like. When you don't like yourself, that feeling in your gut that feels empty is because your guidance system is working actively. So as we are beginning here, we want to give you a keen sense of the way your guidance system works, because as you come to understand how it works, as you understand the vibrational physics of it, the law of attraction reason for it, then you will never again not be able to effectively utilize your guidance system. As Jerry and Esther travel across the desert from Phoenix to San Diego, they know very well the direction that they must go. They must go west, and they know it's approximately 400 miles. The roads are wide open. It's not a difficult drive to make. And so even though the majority of that day that they drive, they are not where they want to be, They never get to the halfway point of about Yuma, Arizona, and freak out because they're not yet in San Diego, and then get all disoriented and turn around and go back to Phoenix. They don't go Phoenix, Yuma, Phoenix, Yuma, Phoenix, Yuma, Phoenix, Yuma, and then announce to themselves or to anyone else, San Diego is an impossible dream. Because they understand they just got to point in the direction of what they want and keep going, and logic says they must get there. And we want you to understand that that logic applies to everything. That logic applies to the journey between sickness and wellness, to the journey between not enough money and plenty of money, to the journey between a rotten relationship and a fabulous relationship. You can get anywhere that you want to go, but you have to have your eyes set on where you are going, and you have to achieve vibrational harmony with your destination. You can't achieve vibrational harmony with where you are and move very far, very fast from where you are. Jerry's learned as he's watched Esther as they're rolling down the road in the monster bus that when he says, look over there, Esther tends to sort of veer over there. He now just says, look over there, pointing straight down the road, because you always tend to move in the direction of your gaze. And so what we're wanting you to begin to understand is that you have the facilities within you to quantify every single journey, to make it as understandable as a simple trip from Phoenix to San Diego. And unless you quantify your journey, then you could be well along your way to whatever it is that you're wanting, but because the physical evidence hasn't shown itself to you yet, and you take score about where you are in terms of manifestation instead of in terms of vibration, you'll freak out and turn around and go back to sickness. We see it happening with you frequently. You're well along your way, almost upon the brink of a major breakthrough relative to the selling of a property, or relative to the receiving of money, or relative to the meeting of someone you love. You're well along the way, but then you stop and take score of where you are and reactivate the vibration that causes disappointment to waft over you. And then you have, in essence, halted your journey toward what you want, and often reversed it, and now you are moving in opposition to what you want, vibrationally speaking. So, we want you to leave this gathering understanding the term emotional journey. We want you to make every journey an emotional journey first. And if you will make every journey from not enough of what you want to plenty of what you want, no matter what the subject, if you'll make it an emotional journey, what you will begin to notice is the action journey, the actual journey, the physical manifestational journey, all of that will begin to come into alignment very quickly for you. We were visiting with a woman one day who said, Abraham, I hear you, but I have pain. How do I focus upon things that make me feel joyful when my body hurts as it does? And we said, we know it isn't easy, but still you must find a way to have an emotion that is separate from your physical experience. You must have the ability to find an emotion that is separate from your physical experience. We said, can you have painful arthritis in your hips and feel hopeful? Or does painful arthritis in your hips automatically mean that you must feel fearful? And she thought about it because she had never separated the pain from the emotion. She was letting the pain be the reason for the way she felt. And we say, you can't let what is be the only reason for what you feel, or you can't move at all. You've got to be able to feel apart from what is. You've got to be able to focus apart from what is, if what is will change at all. You have to find a way of looking at what is differently, or you keep activating what is. So is different faces, different places, different diseases squirting out. In other words, as soon as they cut one out of you or cure one out of you with some sort of chemical, another one squirts in to take its place, because unless you get to the vibrational cause of things, you're just putting band-aids on them. And so you're limping around in one way or another until you actually clean up the vibration. Now, let's talk about the reason that your guidance system works in the way that it does. 2 points of vibrational relativity are responsible for it. It's like the guidance systems in your vehicle. Jerry and Esther have 3 different systems now in different vehicles, but they all operate on the same premise, which is, where are you in relationship to where you want to be?